Guys, welcome to the Cardone University Cardone On Demand live Wednesday Mastermind call. We coming to you live from the 305. That's how we do it here. And today we are taking callers. Last week we were getting throttled, but today, guys, we are taking callers. So I want you to take down the new number. The new number today, it's going to be 305-912-0353. So we got a new number here. Guys, welcome back. Every Wednesday, my name's Steve Spray. Coming to you live from the studio here in Miami, where we help all of our Cardone University Cardone On Demand users win with the Cardone University program, pick up more deals, get more opportunities, learn better follow-up strategies. So it's all sitting right inside Cardone University. And so, man, we got a lot going on, guys. A lot going on that's happening at 10xgrowthcon.com. So I'm going to tell you about how to get free tickets today. Okay. These are great tickets, man. A lot of high-level people there. There's going to be 22 different speakers. Jay Abraham. We got Damon John, Grant Cardone, Elena Cardone. We've got Kevin Harrington. It's going to be kicking this thing off. It's going to be unbelievable. But I'm going to tell you guys how to get free tickets today. So if you're interested in going to the event and you haven't got your tickets yet and you want to get some free ones, we definitely have a way to do that. So the way you want to do that is you want to write this down. 10xgrowthcon.com/contest. If you go there, 10xgrowthcon.com/contest. If you go there, that's where we have all of the strategies, all of the actual things that you've got to do, the rules that you need to have in order to get the free tickets. So it's going to consist of you making a video. You know how we roll. It's going to consist of you putting it on social media. It's going to consist of you tagging Grant Cardone, and you got to get his attention. So the number one rule in sales, the number one rule for Grant Cardone, says get attention. So the video's got to get attention. I've seen some great videos. I've seen some people. There's 8 tickets left that we're giving away. So 10xgrowthcon.com/contest. Get you 8 tickets. So, guys, if you want to call in, we're going to flash the number. And because every Wednesday, what we do when we come here is we've got salespeople all over the world. They call in, drop us their questions. Today, I want to know what problems you're having in your company, your business. That way we can help you out, show you how to use Cardone University to do that. So 305-912-0353. That's the number to call in. So, John, if you want to drop that on the Grant Cardone TV Mastermind webcast right there. We already got people calling in. Good deal. So, guys, what happens in Cardone University? Let's go back. Let's do a recap. We always do this every Wednesday. 6 segments. That's the formula out of Cardone University. And people are always asking, well, where do I start? Well, start where you need help. What I do, I go through the full curriculum. I stay going through so that way I've got an ongoing sales development. Hey, man, I need to fix my tie up over here. I think I was pulling it the wrong way, John. But anyways, when you go in here, 6 segments. 6 segments is what you want to do. There we go. See, the video's all backwards. 6 segments of training is what you want to do inside the program. Now, I'm going to show you what's happening. John, if you want to show on my screen right here. You're going to go through and look, starts at selling basics and understanding the buyer. Now, these 2 things right here are so important for you to learn. Look, as a salesperson, you want to be able to take responsibility for everything. If you understand everything about the selling basics, yourself, the fundamentals, if you understand the fundamental, then you're going to be able to be successful moving forward. The next step is, look, man, I need to know and understand everything about the buyer. If I can take responsibility for myself and the buyer at the same time, dude, I'm going to have a better shot at moving this ball down the field to get myself a touchdown, okay? And then it moves into sales process. So listen, guys, you want to stack information on top of each other. So you also want to use the program to solve some problems that you have throughout the day whenever they arise. So if you've got a problem on objection handling, if you've got a problem on closing a deal, if you're trying to figure out, hey, what are the reasons somebody would not do a deal with me? And you want to go in and you want to figure that out. because you know that, hey, look, if I just knew all the reasons why somebody wouldn't do a deal with me, if I knew how to handle them in that situation, I could actually pinpoint them. Look, they're sitting right here inside the program. They're inside follow-up. I'll show you guys just some of the things that I'm using all the time. So this is an example of, look, this is how you use the program when you've got a problem. So I'm trying to figure out right now, hey, why are these deals not getting done? What's happening? So I'm going to go to reasons why people do not buy from you. When I go in here, well, there's 17 different segments inside this part of the program. Lack of time, personal issues, concern about the cost, cash flow, budget constraints, more pressing problems, able to carry on without you, change of the guard. Look, do any of these sound familiar? Uncertainty, reputation, lack of branding, buy-sell agreement. Do any of these sound familiar? Not the decision maker. Okay, so what happens is that, look, when I identify which one it could be, dude, you just be honest with yourself. You know which one it is. Oh, you know what, dude, the guy that I demoed, the guy that I showed our program, look, man, I mean, just based off the research I've done, I know he's not the decision maker. Well, this is how you go in here. You go in and you watch this segment to figure out, hey, what would Grant Cardone do if he was demoing the guy who wasn't the decision maker? But dude, I still want to get that deal, and I know I'm not going to get the deal until I get somebody who can sign a check. Okay, so guys, look, this is how you want to use the program. I'm going to show you how to do it today. We've got callers calling in, but first I want to tell you that, look, I got 8 tickets to the 10X Growth Conference. Okay, this is the only time you'll be able to do this. This is the only time you'll be able to get this lineup of speakers together in Miami. So we've got these going on at 10xgrowthcon.com/contest. So you got an opportunity to win one of these 8. So I'm going to take a caller. I got Ray. He's calling in from the NYC. Ray, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Dude, I'm doing unbelievable this week, man. Have you got your 10X GrowthCon ticket?
I have not.
Hey, no worries. No worries, man. It's no worries. What you can do, are you going to make a video?
Yes, definitely, 100%. I'm going to win it. I just wrote everything down.
Have you already made the video?
No. I just got the information from you just now, but I am going to 100% make that video.
I love it, man. I love it. So that's your opportunity, man. If you haven't got your ticket yet and you want to win one, make the video. Go to 10xgrowthcon.com/contest. Get the rules. I'd hate for you to make a great video and not win it because you didn't have all the rules down. So, Ray, what can I help you out with this week?
Yes, great. Steve, by the way, your tie looks amazing, okay? You straightened it out, it looks good, and I just wanted to tell you that. My question for you is, I'm running across a client right now that says I don't buy contracts. They're an old company. They've been around since 73. So they've been around 43 years, 43 years. And the objection I'm getting, one of the reasons that, they're not buying, or one of the objections that I'm getting is, we don't sign contracts.
Okay.
Right? And that's simply an objection, and I know that. And I want to be loaded for bear.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Totally understand, sir, that you don't buy contracts. A lot of my clients, they don't want to buy contracts. And so let me ask you this. Other than you not buying contracts, is there any other reason why you wouldn't do this?
Great.
Okay, the only reason that guy doesn't want to get locked into a contract is because he's got a situation right now that has to do with, maybe he's been burnt before, or maybe he doesn't believe in your product fully. So the point is that you got to figure out, hey, what's the actual real objection? You're going to learn a lot of this, and you'll understand this inside theory of closing. So I'm going to have John show you right here, theory of closing the deal. There's a lot of rules. There's a lot of material inside here that actually teaches you what to do and how to understand it. And so that way, dude, when these things happen, when the guy's just giving you a simple little complaint like we don't buy contracts, which, Ray, this is a lie, right?
Yes, of course, definitely.
Yeah, where else does this guy buy contracts?
Right, exactly.
In his life.
Everywhere.
In his life, man. How long's he been in business?
43 years.
Dude, the guy's been in a contract for 32 years, okay? So does he have a cell phone?
Yes.
He does contracts. Do you think he's married?
Yes.
He does contracts. Do you think he has kids?
Yes.
He does contracts. Trust me, that's a contract.
Definitely.
Okay. So we know that that's a bogus lie. So what's he covering up, man? What's he really covering up? So the theory of closing is going to help you understand that. So that way you can understand what's going on with the guy. Because if you can understand it, Ray, are you going to have a better shot at closing that deal?
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's what I want you to understand, Ray. You got to understand it first So you need to learn this theory of closing the deal. You've got to understand it first because, John, I want you to show my screen. If you're trying to learn the closing strategies and you don't understand the theory, dude, you're just not going to get that far, because what's going to happen is you're going to come in here, and if you've seen Grant Cardone, dude, the guy drops some bombs. He drops some heat. Okay, so if you guys see him on like a live stream and you see the way Grant presents himself and the way he handles objections, look, there's 132 courses inside here of exactly what he says or would do in these particular situations, but you got to understand it first, or else you're going to drop it, and then all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh, dude, I shouldn't have said that. Should I have said that? I don't know if I should have said that. You know, so this is where you need to understand everything inside the theory and then get inside this part of the program. That way you can close the guy down. So I'll just give you a simple one. What I would do is I would just ask the guy this. I'd say, you know, hey, listen, other than the fact that you don't purchase contracts, is there any other reason why you wouldn't do this?
Right. Perfect.
Okay, so write that down. Write that down. You want to use that, Ray? And then what happens?
Right.
Okay, it's probably going to be something about the product. There's probably going to be something. And then what I might want to do is I might want to take them back. Hey, let me ask you this, man. Dude, I know you don't want to do contracts. Most of my clients, dude, they didn't want to do a contract as well. Okay, was there a time in your business where you had a contract and it didn't work out for you?
Juicy.
Okay, I just need the guy to talk about it, to kind of like work it out. You know what I'm saying? So once he works that out, then dude, get him to think about it. He's like, he's going to feel that like, hey, look, this is the right deal. If you know, Ray, for sure, like if this guy feels that, hey, this is the right deal, he's going to do the deal with you, because the deal is more valuable than the fact that he's got to be locked down to do business with you for the next 2 or 3 years. Does that make sense?
Yes, 100%. I got one more question to add to that if you're finished. How do I super freak a presentation? I'm working with a new CEO of a company, and she really wants to get a good presentation going. What are some like a hit list to go down to get this ready by Monday morning?
So you're talking about super freak the presentation.
Right.
Dude, how to just freak them out. Okay, so here's what I would do. I would go inside sales process right here. Now, you know, there's not one way to super freak a presentation.
Right.
Would you agree?
I would.
Okay, good.
Anyways.
Well, that means I got to figure out inside fact finding right here, Ray. Dude, how am I going to super freak this person the right way, with what they want, with exactly what they need? Because a super freak presentation is one that's fast. It's simple. It solves the problem. It handles their dominant buying motive. It has somebody saying, hey, you know what, Ray? Dude, what? I know you just gave me a 24-month program, but dude, I love this. I need to get your 48-month program. You know, they're asking you. And so if you go all the way down here, have you seen the segment Super Freak the Presentation?
Yes. Yeah, about 20 times.
Yeah. What do you like best about that one?
I just like that, you know, it's high energy, high everything. You're just really trying to, like the slapping glass, like he likes to talk about. Like you're just driving with a force, you know, just trying to get that buyer to mentally own what you're trying to sell them and see the value, see the efficiency, see everything.
Man. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. So, hey, get in there, do the training. I appreciate you calling in this week, and let me know how everything goes. All right, Ray, make sure you get your video in at 10xgrowthcon.com/contest, man. We'd love to see you down here in Miami. So, guys, huge event happening here, okay? Every single person who's going to be at this event is going to be super freak, just so you know, okay? How could you not be when you got Grant Cardone, Elena Cardone, Jay Abraham, you got Andy Frisella, you got Tim Story, Tim Grover, you got Damon John, Kevin Harrington, Les Brown. Oh my God, guys, Les Brown came in the office, man. I'll tell you what, dude, that lit me up. I was with him for maybe 2 minutes. I can't wait to spend a couple hours with the guy at the event. So we got another caller calling in. I got Q from LA. Q, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much, man. What's up, man? How can I help you out this week?
Oh, I'm live right now? My bad.
Oh, you're all right. You're on live, dog. We got 200,000 live viewers right now.
Yeah, I got distracted for a second. I'm over here doing some work while I'm listening to you.
It's all right, man. Hey, nothing's more important than what you're doing right now than dropping in the question that you have that I can help you out with. So go.
Right, man. So I work for DirecTV in multi-level marketing. I work in Costco, and I'm at the kiosk.
Yep.
So I have a lot of objections trying to pitch these people. I want to ask you, how can I overcome these objections working at a kiosk?
You're talking about handling objections at the Costco kiosk?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the hardest part about your job?
It's pitching pitching a lot of people within a short period of time. There's so many people, and there's a lot of traffic. I'm trying to get everybody, and everyone's like, "Oh, I can't do it. I gotta go. Oh, I don't like DirecTV. Oh, I gotta talk to my husband, my wife."
It's all time, man. It's speed, dude. Because they didn't come to Costco to get their DirecTV, did they?
No, they didn't.
It's all right, man. It's all right, dude. That's sounds like you're a sales guy. Sounds like you're a sales guy who's doing what every other sales guy on the planet's doing, and they're trying to step into a space right now, get attention, and to close a deal down. Well, what does Grant Cardone train inside Cardone University? Number one, simplify it. Speed is power. How do I tighten everything up, man? The last guy was talking about how do I super freak somebody? Well, dude, how do you super freak somebody inside of a Costco? How do I sell somebody DirecTV when they came to get a bowl of Cheerios? Okay, I mean, you know, so dude, the only way that you could do that, you got to have the right pitch down. You got to have the right deal. I got to get the attention right up front. You know, so I got to get the attention. I got to set the hook. So what's your first sell? What is your first sell, Q?
My first pitch?
Yeah, no, what your first sell? There's two sells that you got to make, man. Only one of them's on DirecTV.
I got to sell them myself.
Dude, you got to sell them on the time, dog. You got to sell them on the time. So there's a whole program inside here. It's called Master the Cold Call. That's what you're doing, dude. That's a cold call. Whether you knock on a business, whether you're going business to business, whether you're going door to door, whether you're going face to face, this is a cold call. A cold call is a cold call. Okay? You got to get attention and you got to sell them on the time. That's what this entire program's about right here. Okay? Oh, you got a gatekeeper and you're like, well, I don't have gatekeepers because I work in a Costco. No, dog. The guy's girlfriend's the gatekeeper because she's trying to freaking over there defend you while he's still checking out his Cheerios. So what you need to do is you need to take this whole program, get it down, understand you got two sells in there. Number one, I got to sell the guy on why he needs to stop everything he's doing and to come over and actually spend some time with me to look at cable TV when the guy came in here for something totally different. Okay, same thing happens for any other company. Like I cold call people who are in the middle of their day running a multi-million-dollar business, and I'm stopping them from what they're doing. Okay? You better have some sales game on. You better have a tight pitch, and you better be able to sell them on why they need to spend 5 minutes with you when they don't have the time. So that's what your first sale is going to be. And inside Cardone University, the cold call, that's exactly what you want to do. So I'm going to sell them on the 5 minutes. I got to set the big hooks. I got to do the proper fact finding. I got to figure out because I know that he didn't come in there for that. And then number two, dude, I got to get him over to my booth. Once I get him over to my booth, it's a whole different thing. Now I'm in this part, guys. So this is where a lot of people get confused. They don't understand the first part on a cold call is to sell somebody on the time. That's the first sale. You don't need to go into the whole pitch of your product. Now that I've actually sold the guy on the time, I get the 5 minutes. Well, dude, now I'm inside sales process. Now I'm going through the fact finding, and now I get to go through the presentation. The way I super freak somebody inside a presentation when I've only got 5 minutes, and even if the guy steps over, he's like, okay, you only got 5 minutes. I'm gonna tell him, excellent, sir. 5 minutes is more than enough time. Let me ask you this. Boom, go straight into my fact finding. Okay, I call a guy up, you know, guy's like, nah, man, I don't want to look at your product. And I'm gonna ask him, hey, let me ask you, how much time do you have right now? You got 30 seconds. Excellent, sir. 30 seconds is more than enough time, okay? That was the first thing that Grant taught me when I came here, when I was on the phones. He said, look, man, tell him, dude, sell him. You're just buying more and more and more time. So after I get that 30 seconds and the guy tells me, hey, you got 30 seconds, go. Dude, I will smoke a guy in that time, okay? Because if he gives me that 30 seconds to actually show him what I can do, then at the 28th second after I've already kind of shown him a few things because I know what to do, I'm going to say, hey, have I earned enough of your, have I shown you enough right now to earn another 10 minutes with you? You know, so maybe I sell the guy on the 30 seconds.
That's
right?
the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's what you're going to find inside Cardone University, sitting right inside the Master the Cold Call program. So, you know, I can teach it to you guys. Look, I can tell you what to say, what to do. But look, if you don't understand it, then when you're in the game, dude, it'll never work. it's not going to work for you. So you got to do the Cardone University. That's why you got to do the training. So, you could be on the stream freeloading right now. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If you don't have the program, if you don't have the training, if you're not doing the reps, if you're not doing the 6 segments per day, look, you just won't get to that place where, dude, when you're in the game, you're going to feel good about it when you use it. And so, Q, appreciate you calling in, brother. Let me know how that goes. And, man, let's help some more people get some direct TV. Okay, I got Alex. Alex from the 305. We in or we out with Alex? He dropped? It's all right. It's all right. We got Christine. Guys, if you want to call in, we got a new number today. Number is 305-912-0353. So, guys, you want to call in? What we do every Wednesday. Christine, how's it going?
Hey, Steve, I'm fabulous. Thanks. Thanks so much for all your help, and I have another burning question this week.
You have another question?
Well, you've helped me a lot with questions that I've sent in and called about. So I'll make it quick. I'm a LinkedIn Jedi Master. I have thousands of people I can cold call with whom I'm connected on LinkedIn. I also have hundreds of people I can follow up with whom I've already done a strategy session.
Okay.
And I'd love your expert advice on, for cash in the door now, is there a balance that you recommend between reaching out to LinkedIn contacts with whom I haven't had a phone conversation with yet and following up on the people I have had a phone conversation with, a strategy session with?
So,
does that make sense?
Yeah. So you're asking, what are the strategies when you do those calls? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm asking because I'm pretty clear on the strategies because I've been through Cardone U, but I'm just wondering, for cash in the door right now today, or as soon as possible, is there a balance that you recommend between cold calling and following up, or is it just do it?
Great question. That's a great question. So you're asking, what should I allocate my time to on a daily basis to make sure that, hey, look, man, I work for myself. I got my own business. I need cash in today, but I also need to work on tomorrow's deals and next month's deals. And I know that what I put in today is going to account for what I cash in tomorrow. So what do I spend my time on? That's a great question, Christine. Really appreciate you calling in for that. So, there's a lot of different things that you could do. And inside Cardone University, it talks about how to actually make the most out of each one of those. So whether you're calling some of your warm prospects who already know you, maybe you've already done business, maybe you're trying to get more deals out of, a lot of the business I get today are people that I've already sold before. It's so much easier on that warm call than it is on a cold call, okay? But what I do is I know that next month, those deals that are going to come, I've got to make sure that I'm cold calling new people, new customers. So what I do is I block out my day. Now, there are segments inside the program that actually cover these specifically. So when you go inside, I'm sorry, actually I went the wrong one. When you go inside Selling Basics, one of the first things Grant is going to teach you is going to be time. There's 4 courses in there that actually teach you how to understand time and how to be successful with it. So a lot of the questions that Christine's asking right now are going to be answered there. Now, some of the tricks that I actually use, and I learned all these from Grant, by the way. I was not born with this information. They're sitting inside 100 Ways to Stay Motivated. So, when you look at Grant, you watch him and you're like, dude, this guy gets so much done in one day. How does he make it possible? Okay. In time management right here, there are 12 courses. These are 12 top strategies that tell you how you should break your day down, what the 15-minute call block should look like, how to make time every day for everything. And so for you, Christine, what I would do is I would break my day up in. I would spend at least 3 hours per day, every single day, calling new people. I would spend the other time. So number one, you've got a prospect for new business. What you do, so the way we gauge what's going to happen tomorrow in my office is we figure out, hey, what did we do yesterday? What were those calls yesterday that were being made? I know that my people today, the number of calls, once it hits a certain level, that we're going to hit a certain target next month. So if I want to raise that, then I've got to actually raise the number of contacts today So I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking in, okay, well, what's going to happen at the end of this quarter? And that's the way you should be thinking, Christine. So, maybe not as much thinking like a salesperson and taking this content and start thinking like a business person, thinking about, okay, for my business, what does it actually require for me to prospect? And so how do I allocate my day? 3 hours per day, brand new. It's all cold calls. Okay. The other 3 hours, make that towards warm calls, current clients, servicing them, figuring out, hey, what else can we sell you? What other products can we help you out with? Because somebody who's using all your products is probably your best customer. In most cases, like our clients, the ones who do the best, they freaking buy everything. They have everything. They're not drinking the Kool-Aid. They're swimming in it. And they're freaking injecting themselves with it. They got freaking needles between their toes with the Kool-Aid. Okay, those are the people who you see on our testimonial page freaking crushing it. Those are the people who do the best. So that's what I would try to figure out. Hey, I'd call the people. So I do 3 hours per day on new calls. I do 3 hours per day calling customers who I already work with, and then I'd spend the other time following up. And here's one thing: my time during the day. If you go inside the cold calling program, it talks about best time to call. Okay, so preparing for the call, he talks about the best time to call. It's important for you to understand that. Look, I never, ever strategize during the day. I never strategize during the day, dude. I never put together my strategy for what I'm going to do. I save that for weekends. Okay. Last Saturday night, I'm spending hours on recon, looking at different companies, building lists, putting it together. And then so what I'm going to do on Monday is I'm already prepared. That way I can come in and spend 3 hours brand new, crushing the marketplace with cold contacts. I know all about these companies. I know who's in their company. I'm calling people. I've got more reality on them than they have on themselves. So I'm like, hey, what about Janet over there in this department? They're like, what? Oh yeah, we did just hire her last quarter. So that's what you guys need to know. I got Jack. He's calling from the 305. What's up with the 3? Oh, I got you. Okay, good. Guys, you want to call in 305-912-0353. So I got William. He's calling in from the DC. William, what's up, man? How you doing?
Steve Spray, how's it going, man? How are you?
Dude, I'm unbelievable, man. I'm jacked up. I've got 10X GrowthCon tickets. Okay, I thought we were almost sold out, and Grant said, hey, let's put a contest together so that way we could give away 8 passes. Are you going to make a video for the contest, or did you already buy your ticket?
Absolutely. As a young college kid, I have to. It's not in the college budget. I did want to follow up and say thank you for accepting my LinkedIn request.
Oh, yeah, no problem, man. I'm friends with everybody. Hey, let me ask you this. How much per year do you spend on college?
Oh, God, $47,000.
$47,000. Okay, and a $2,200 ticket's not in your budget?
It is not in my budget. No, it's not.
You need to get your priorities right, man. What can I help you out with?
I got a question. So how do you make sure you do not become too pushy when selling a product to a customer to a point where you're turning them off?
Okay. Yeah, great question. So if you go inside Theory of Closing, I'm going to have John show this because Grant talks a lot about it, actually. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between, being pushy, being persistent. If you've got some value added to it. Look, Grant actually talks about it right inside here. He's talking about pressure is perceived as a bad thing. This is an entire course on applying pressure properly. So have you ever had like a friend or maybe even like a parent or like somebody that you were really pushy with, but it was for the right cause?
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. So like, you got a cousin, you're trying to get off drugs. You're trying to get him to quit drinking, dude. You're going to freaking slam into them, right? You're going to tell them the real deal. And you might get a little bit passionate about it, man. You might be a little bit pushier because it's the right thing to do. So Grant's philosophy is that, hey, look, dude, when you sell your product, if your product's good, if it helps the person, if it's the right thing for him to do, sometimes you got to push him over the edge to make the right decision. So there's a lot of different ways you could do that. Number one, it really comes down to selling them, going through the sales process the right way, understanding everything that would solve their problem, getting to the dominant buying motive, being able to super freak, like we were talking about earlier, the presentation. So that way you don't have to be pushy, dude. That way I don't have to, if you're being pushy and they feel like you're being pushy, dude, you miss something big time in the sales process. There's something that you miss, not them. So when you go into the training right here, Grant talks a lot about it. He talks a lot of, and this is all in understanding the buyer. He talks a lot about understanding the customer. He talks about your buyer's money. He talks about the magic of agreement. So like if you don't have this content under your belt and being able to understand everything there is to know about the customer up front, and you can't tailor your presentation to handle their problems, you'll find yourself getting extremely pushy in the close because they missed something.
So do your research.
I do a lot of research, yeah.
Right.
But
okay.
you could,
so
but you don't necessarily
know before you go into the office.
I mean, that's what I do on like a bigger deal. I do a lot of recon. I'll figure them out. I'll check out my prospect. You know, I'll look at them online, dude. Everybody's transparent. If I've got a meeting set up, and so Grant talks a lot about this. So guys, this is what I do every week. I come in here. I know all 1,400 segments inside this program. Okay, so I'm going to show you where all these are at. So when you go inside internet response, inside the mistakes, there's an entire course that Grant talks about inside here. Okay, no research on the lead. This is something that you guys should do. When you set an appointment, man, do some research on the guy. Do some research before you walk in there. That way your reality and their reality is the same. Right? So that way you can help your presentation. That way you can super freak them in the presentation. And then when you get to a close, man, if you did such a good job, if you did a good enough job in the close, I'll tell you, or I'm sorry, in the sales process, if you did all the right things, getting the dominant buying motive, presenting the product in the correct light that would show them that, hey, dude, I need this product, then the close should not be pushy.
Right.
Super freak. Okay. William, appreciate you calling in, man. Are you coming down to, so you're going to do the video, right?
Yes, sir, I am. I'm going to blow it up. I'm going to send it to everybody in your office.
My man. Well, guess what? You got to go to 10xgrowthcon.com/contest.
Will do.
To be able to get all the rules, because you could send it to me, but that doesn't help you win the contest.
Absolutely. You got to throw some traffic towards it.
There's some rules, man. There's rules. All right, man.
Yes,
hey, good
sir.
luck. I hope you win, dude, actually, because we got 8 tickets.
Awesome.
Man. It sounds like you deserve it. Young college hustler calling up. He's in the middle of the day right now. He could be out messing around, not getting his money right, but he's not, man. He's doing all the right things. And so that's what you should be doing every single day, guys. So look, every Wednesday we come to you live, calling straight from Miami, the 305, to help you learn about Cardone University and Cardone On Demand, help you be successful with Grant Cardone's materials. So guys, before I get off here, I want you to know, look, we're doing a big contest. This event is this close. It's there's a couple tickets left. So we've got maybe 2 or 3 different VIP tickets. It's sold out on the website. You know, Grant said hold them back, sell them to clients, you know. So I think there's maybe like 3 or 4 seats left for that, for the yacht party. We've got 8 tickets right here that are available. We've got a few tickets left that are in the executive seating. Guys, go check it out, 10xgrowthcon.com. And if you put a /contest on there, you're going to be able to find out how to create your own video, how to get a free ticket. And look, man, have your whole team do it. Have your whole team. If you got a team of 8, we got 8 spots for you. So look, there's no shortage of opportunity, guys. There's no shortage of opportunity. So if you can't make the 10X Growth Con due to not being able to have your money right now, and you're trying to figure out, hey, dude, how do I get my money right? How do I get around a bunch of hitters, people who are doing well in their lives, people who could raise me up, get me to a place where, man, I start feeling better. I start moving better. I got better strategies. I'm figuring out, hey, dude, what are you guys doing to be successful? And you want to go to a 3-day event called 10xgrowthcon.com, look, the strategies are going to be there. Are you going to be there? That's the question. So you can be. And you can go to 10xgrowthcon.com/contest. So guys, thanks for joining us this week. Every Wednesday, my name's Steve Spray. I come to you live from the 305. Help you guys out, help you on Cardone University, to help you with the Grant Cardone sales training, and make sure you guys are winning in your business and in your life. So guys, have a great week. Can't wait to be back here next Wednesday, and see you then.